And we conceded the goal, and suddenly we started playing football. Suddenly we started being the game. We created afterwards chances. We were better out of possession. So overall, I think especially after we conceded the goal, we played a good game.
Today we were first half in control of the game, winning, create chances. We didn't concede nothing. In second half, after 5-6 minutes, because of our mistake, we were with 10 players, and again, unfortunately, the game changed.
Managers often say they throw on a sub and ask him to get them a goal, and Danny Welbeck did it for you twice.
Yeah, I didn't ask him. He did it. He did it himself. So I'm very happy for him, because he's always there. He's a great leader, and today he get the rewards for all the things he's doing for us and for himself. So very happy for him.
Well, the red card certainly changed the game, and it's the second time in a couple of weeks that this has happened to Chelsea, having done it against Manchester United early on last week.
Yeah, they got punished last week, and they've certainly been punished this week, because the game completely changed on 53 minutes. They eventually got to the right decision. A sloppy touch there from Santos. Chalobah on Gomez makes the challenge, and it's clumsy. And they eventually got to the right decision, because there's no doubt that he's gone through, and that is a foul. I thought the referee was poor in this game today. He didn't get that, and he also didn't get the challenge on Gusto on Minter, which was a clear high kick as well, and should have been a penalty. But that's the stats before the red card. You can see there everything's changed, and credit to Brighton for seizing on that and getting the 3 points that they probably deserved in the end. Because
that's the point, as well as Chelsea were doing, and then they go down to 10 men. Brighton still had to break them down, Micah. How did they do it?
Yeah, I mean, Danny Welbeck, the experience, is a leader. He's also a friend of mine as well, so he won't mind me giving him a little bit of credit tonight. But he's got a really good attitude, and that's what I like about him a lot. He doesn't moan, he doesn't sulk, and when he comes on, he tries to make a difference. Gets a little bit unlucky on that one, but it's his movement as well. I remember playing against him on when he was playing left wing, and I always think he didn't really have all the attributes for that, but he was always going to be a striker, and he's had a terrific career, and boy, today did he make an impact. Really, really good performance from him, and that's what they needed from the bench. He came on the 6th or 7th minute and made the impact of the celebration too, so I was delighted for him.
So Danny Welbeck gets the decisive goals in that game. Enzo Maresca, 2 defeats in a row now. Because of the history that Chelsea have with their managers, is he, and we've already asked this question about Amorim, but is he under pressure, Maresca?
Look, I think you know the rules when you go into Chelsea as manager. You know that even if you are to lose 2 games, you're going to be under huge pressure because of the structure that's set up and the expectation and everything else. I doubt whether he's in full control of who comes in, who goes out, the length of contracts and all of those things. But you know the rules when you go into Chelsea. You lose, you might lose your job.
He shouldn't be under pressure at all. I mean, the last 2 games, 10 men, hasn't it been? He's won a Club World Cup, you know what I mean? He won Europa Conference League. He's got to win it, finish in the Champions League positions. I don't think he should be.
Nottingham Forest are yet to win. And
as you said, it's a tough one, because we were in control of the game. We scored 1, we could score more. We didn't concede nothing. They just said me also in terms of, data, stats. We had so many shots first half, 70% of possession. Everything was fine. And then suddenly, because of our mistake, and then with the red card, again, the plan completely changed. So for me, we played 2 games, first half, and then, unfortunately, after the red card.
Simon?
Hi, how frustrating is it that you keep making life hard for yourselves, essentially? Like, you keep making mistakes. Is that a sign of inexperience, or what is it? And secondly, of course, Chalobah is now suspended for the Liverpool game. I asked you this yesterday. Does this remotely make you think about Axel Desassi as a bench option next Sunday?
No, the first one was.
Are you just making life hard?
No, yeah, for sure you cannot continue to make mistake. Also because they are big mistake in terms of game change. The red card United and the red card today. And then after that we try to adjust a little bit with Josh Achipong inside. That was 1 week ill. Josh, in that moment, our true central defender was Josh and Jarell. That both they are for sure fantastic player, fantastic talent, but not so many games in the Premier League. So also when you are with 10 players, it's a moment that you have to manage situation, you know. And then the other one, again, the same answer than yesterday. The club didn't mention me nothing. So there is not any news.
Andy?
Hi, Enzo. Oh, yeah. Can I ask how concerning is it as well that the incident at the end of the penalty box with Badia Shield and Lewis Dunk, lots of pushing and shoving, that there was a loss of control there as well, because it was 1-1, your team was down to 10 men. Badia Shield particularly was getting involved in the wrestling match with Lewis Dunk to the extent that Sanchez had to drag him off and was being quite vocal with him. Surely a message for your players, you know, in that situation, there has to remain professionalism and control, because maybe it's coincidence, but afterwards they conceded 2 goals after that incident.
I didn't see that moment that you just mentioned, so I don't know if it's from Benoit or it's from the Brighton player. I think also it's matter of the momentum there. But I don't see these kind of things a consequence for the goal that a reason why we concede then the goal.
So it's like the message maybe is to not let yourself get wound up if things are going against you. That has to be a key message, I would imagine.
No, yeah, but the message that we just said inside has been quite clear. As any team in the Premier League, you cannot continue to give away present, because what we are doing in this moment is to give away present in terms of, red card. That is a big mistake, because the game completely changed.
Matt?
So we saw one of the owners and the sporting directors down very early. Some of the Brighton players were still on the pitch. They were down very early, went to the tunnel area. I wondered if they'd been in the dressing room to say anything to players and you, because they seem to be heading that way.
No, they have been inside the change room like always. We have an office inside the change room where after every game we sit and we talk about the game. But they didn't say nothing to the players. It was not nothing completely different compared to the rest of the game.
They just seemed down very early today, but maybe that was coincidence.
No.
Okay.
Jacob?
You brought on a lot of defensive-minded players after the red card and 1-0. Was there not a temptation to use some of the forwards to kind of change the flow of the game, counter-attack better?
Oh yeah, we did the first change, that was Josh for the red card, for Andre, and because we need a central defender in that case. Then the reason why Malo was inside was just because Minte was many times 1v1 with Reece, so we tried to give Reece help in that situation to defend the 2v1. And then the last change, Jarell was asking for a change because he was with cramp, so we didn't have so many opportunity to change with 3 slots.
In the front, please.
Enzo, you talked earlier about mistakes and presence. What do you attribute that to? Is it just natural that a team that's so young will make mistakes and they'll learn from those mistakes? Is it injuries? What do you attribute it to?
No, it's just for sure it's we need to learn, and we need to learn quick. So the reason why can be a mix of experience or can be a mix of simple mistake. Then in terms of injury, I think that if you just watch first half today, you don't think about the injury players, because first half again we were in control, dominated the game, and then again it's I would like to tell you something different, but at the end it's the reality. In the last 2 games, unfortunately, with 2 red card, everything changed.
Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you. Thank you.